What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Nick here, and today I'm going to be revealing the results of the Raw exclusive pay-per-view Payback. And we would like to send out a special thanks to Papa Roach for the official Payback theme song. It is called "Born for Greatness." It is off the album Crooked Teeth, available May 19th. Available May 19th on iTunes and Spotify. And as you guys can tell by my tone, I am not as enthusiastic as I normally am. That is because a few days ago, I had lost a really dear friend of mine. She died in a motorcycle crash northbound on the 101 freeway in Encino. Her name was Alex Rivas. And Alex, I know you're looking down upon me watching this right now, and from the bottom of my heart, I just want to tell you I love you, I miss you, and it's just sad. It's sad to hear what happened. It's so heartbreaking for someone to lose a dear friend, let alone a family member. It is very heartbreaking. So Alex, again, I love from the bottom of my heart. I love you, and I miss you very, very much. With that in mind, we're gonna kick things off with the Kickoff Show, as Enzo Amore and Big Cass took on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson as part of the Kickoff Show. So the closing moments of the match, was that Gallows and Anderson were about to hit the Magic Killer on Enzo Amore. But in the end, Big Cass came in, attacked Carl Anderson. That led to Enzo Amore pinning Luke Gallows with a roll-up pin to gain the pinfall victory. From there, we move on to the United States Championship, as Y2J Chris Jericho took on the United States Champion Kevin Owens with SmackDown implications. Here was the caveat: if Jericho pinned Kevin Owens or made him submit, not only would he win the United States title, but he would also go to SmackDown Live. So the closing moments of some of the parts in the match, Jericho applied the walls of Jericho, and just like WrestleMania, a finger landed on the rope, forcing a rope break. That led to Chris Jericho excuse me. That led to Chris Jericho attacking the finger of Kevin Owens, and of course the hand itself. That led to another to Jericho applying the walls of Jericho again. This time Kevin Owens was about to grab the rope, but unfortunately he was not able to, so he had no choice but to tap out. So therefore, your new United States Champion, Chris Jericho, and he is no longer a part of Monday Night Raw. He is going to SmackDown Live. Alright guys, from there we move on to the Cruiserweight division, as Neville, the King of the Cruiserweights, defended the Cruiserweight Championship against Austin Aries. Now, the closing moments of the match was Austin Aries had the last Chancery submission hold on Neville, but Neville decided to cheat by attacking the referee by pulling the referee's shirt. That led to an immediate disqualification. So therefore your winner by disqualification is Austin Aries. However, still the Cruiserweight Champion, Neville. Alright guys, from there we move on to the Raw Tag Team Championship, as the Hardys defend the Raw Tag Team Championship against Sheamus and Cesaro. Now to name off some of the parts in the match, there was a point in time during the match where Cesaro had applied the Cesaro swing, had hit Matt Hardy with the Cesaro swing. That led to a combination from that into the sharpshooter. Of course, Jeff Hardy pushed the rope far enough for Matt Hardy to grab the bottom rope, which led to Sheamus hitting Jeff Hardy, and that led to a huge attack, or attack if you will, on Matt Hardy by Sheamus and Cesaro. Cesaro was taken out of the equation, and there was a blind tag. Of course, Sheamus had no idea. Sheamus had pinned Matt Hardy, which led to a Swanton bomb, and then the pinfall victory. So still your Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hardys, and after the match, of course, the Hardys, being the respectful tag team that they are, they shook hands with Sheamus and Cesaro. Both Sheamus and Cesaro raised their hands, and while the Hardys had their backs turned, Sheamus and Cesaro, well, they attacked the Hardys. They attacked them. They attacked the Hardys from behind, and it was just out of frustration. You know, it was just out of frustration. I honestly, I don't blame them, but really, the Hardys, seriously. Alright guys, from there we move on to the Raw Women's Division as Bayley defended the Raw Women's Championship against Alexa Bliss. Now, the closing moments of the match, Alexa Bliss was about to hit Bayley with insult to injury. That led to a counter by Bayley, allowing Bayley to pin Alexa Bliss. And then that was just one point in the match. At the closing moments of the match, Bayley had Alexa Bliss in like a pinning combination, kind of like a Boston Crab pinning combination, and that led to Alexa Bliss kicking out of it, and Bayley hit her temple on the post, on the ring post, which allowed Alexa Bliss to hit Bayley with the DDT, and now she is the only woman in history to win both the SmackDown Women's Championship and the Raw Women's Championship. Huge congrats to Alexa Bliss, but that was pretty intense. All right, guys. From there, we move on to the first half. To the first half of the House of Horrors match, as Bray Wyatt took on the Viper and WWE Champion Randy Orton. Now, this would be Randy Orton's first Raw pay-per-view I believe since I want to say I want to say since SummerSlam 2015, I believe, or I believe Hell in a Cell was the last Raw related pay-per-view anyway, and Randy Orton was a part of. So that was the last time we ever saw Randy Orton in a Raw related pay-per-view. Actually, no, not 2015. Hell in a Cell 2014. I don't remember, but this was Randy Orton's first Raw pay-per-view in a while, and based on what I knew in the House of Horrors match, the match started in Bray Wyatt's House of Horrors, and it would end in the ring by pinfall, submission, or forfeit. And so the first half of this House of Horrors match, both men were in the House of Horrors, and they tore the house down. Literally, they tore the house down. And then at the closing moments of the first half, both Orton and Wyatt were in the kitchen, and Bray Wyatt took a refrigerator and just and the fridge landed on Randy Orton. That allowed Bray Wyatt to get into the limousine and drive all the way from the House of Horrors into the SAP Arena in San Jose. And that was just the first half. From there, we move on to another one-on-one match as the Kingslayer. Yes, the Kingslayer, Seth Rollins, took on the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe. Now, the closing moments of the match, yes, Seth Rollins' right knee was what did come into play, but in the end, Samoa Joe had the coquina clutch on Seth Rollins. That led to Seth Rollins pinning Samoa Joe with help from the turnbuckle, and of course Samoa Joe kicked out. So Samoa Joe applied the coquina clutch again, but this time it countered into a fireman's carry, which comboed into a pinning predicament. So your winner was the man Seth Rollins. Alright guys, from there we move on to the second half of the House of Horrors match. Now in this one, Bray Wyatt's entrance music hits, and when he got into the ring, you know, the blowing of the lantern, Randy Orton comes from behind and attacks Bray Wyatt, and it was literally all over ringside. And then it landed back into the ring, and as soon as Orton hit the RKO on Bray Wyatt, the Singh brothers, the Singh brothers, or the Bollywood boys anyway, if you're a fan if you watched the Cruiserweight Classic last summer, attacked Orton, and both brothers were erased. They were thrown out of the ring by Randy Orton. That led to I believe to another RKO by Randy Orton, and then along comes Jinder Mahal with the WWE Championship, attacked Randy Orton, and that led to Bray Wyatt hitting Sister Abigail on Randy Orton, and he got the pinfall victory. Now, of course, now in my prediction video, I did say that this match was for the WWE Championship. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Apparently Randy Orton is still the champion, and he will be defending it against Jinder Mahal at the first SmackDown pay-per-view after WrestleMania Backlash. And of course, we will be seeing Shinsuke Nakamura debut on a SmackDown pay-per-view, of course, part Black, of course, at Backlash. Alright guys, from there we move on to the main event as Braun Strowman took on the true big dog, Roman Reigns. And honestly, Roman Reigns returned way too soon. Literally, he did. So the closing moments of the match, Roman Reigns applied the spear, going from ropes to ropes, the same way he did to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And applied and hit Braun Strowman with a wicked spear. Yes, Roman Reigns did defeat The Undertaker with that same maneuver at WrestleMania, but it didn't work with Braun Strowman earlier tonight at Payback. Braun Strowman had kicked out. That led to Braun Strowman hitting Roman Reigns with not one but two running power slams, and Braun Strowman got the pinfall victory. And then after that, after the match, he just kept attacking Roman Reigns, giving literally internally bleeding Roman Reigns out, literally. And then of course by putting Roman Reigns, literally just slamming him on top of the steel steps, and then slamming the steel steps on top of Roman Reigns. The medical staff came to try and put Roman Reigns in the stretcher, but Roman Reigns just walked out under his own power. Well, that is the result of the Raw exclusive pay-per-view payback. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please post comments below, and remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and remember to subscribe and bell me for more WWE and YuGiOh opening videos. And on that, this is Boy Nick here, signing out.